Hello and welcome to Passing Priority. My name is Mike and today we're looking ahead at what the future may hold for us Commander players. Innistad Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow are just around the corner and are certain to introduce a lot of fun new commanders and new cards for the 99 of many decks. We know that Vampire Tribal and Werewolf Tribal will definitely be getting some focus from these sets, but since Wizards has started showing us a few early spoilers, we know that another popular tribe that is well known on Innistrad is getting some cards devoted to it. I will not show the spoiler on screen now, but if you are interested, follow the link in the description to the article on Wizards website to read about it. Or stay till the end and I will show you at the end of the video. And anyone not wanting to see can stop at the spoiler warning. But the zombie tribe is getting at least one powerful card, so let's take a look at some zombie tribal cards we may want to pick up before the new Innistrad sets comes out and pushes the price of these cards up even more. Before we get started, hopefully this goes without saying, but I have no insider knowledge on what Wizards are going to do. I do not have an investment in any of the cards I mentioned to try and drive up the price, and I am not a financial expert. This is speculation and should only be viewed as fun. Now that that's done, let's carry on. According to EDH Rec, zombies is the third most popular tribe, being beaten only by elves and dragons, even beating the vampire tribe, which will definitely be growing larger by the end of this year, as well as one of my favourite tribes mentioned in the last video, goblins. And it's not hard to see why. Zombies are a popular tribe that has been around almost as long as magic, and if horror films and survival games have taught us anything, it's that getting rid of a zombie army is never an easy task. So if zombies are getting some more tools in the new Innistrad box, let's take a look at some of the current commanders that will benefit, and possibly some cards we may want to pick up before any go up in price. Verena, Lich Queen, has very quickly become the head commander for the zombie tribe, and it's obvious to see why. Zombies have always been in black with a secondary focus on blue, but when Armankhet came out, bringing with it white zombies and Embalm, more people wanted to include white in the decks. Plus the token support white offers can help our zombie army grow. And from the same block, the Scarab God doesn't even need a full zombie deck to lead an army of zombies. Its powerful ability to create zombie copies of any creature it exiles from any graveyard means it can build an army of our opponent's creatures reanimated to fight for us. And if we want to stay in mono black, we can't talk about Innistrad and zombies without talking about Ghoulcaller Gissa. Gissa is a necromancer from the plane of Innistrad, and she can turn any large creature into a swarm of zombies to fight our opponents with. And if we're mentioning Gissa, we need to talk about her brother Geralf. Not much of a zombie commander on his own, due to being only in mono blue, but when they team up they become one of the best and original Dimir commanders for the tribe. Now those are some of the commander options we already have, that will be getting new toys, and of course there are plenty more in other colours. Sidisia Muldrotha and Sultai, Thraxamunda and Cedrus and Grix, or even 5 colours with Morophon. But with new legends assuredly coming in these sets, there will be likely a new legend to build around. So let's take a look at some of the cards from the 99 we may want to pick up for whoever will be the new leader of the zombie army we will be amassing. I want to start with a legendary creature I didn't mention, but a creature that makes zombie tokens. The thing holding it back from being a true zombie commander is its colour. I'm talking about the mono white zombie god of God Eternal Oketra. This 3/6 double striking zombie makes a 4/4 zombie warrior whenever we cast a creature spell. So it is a value engine that adds onto our army each time we cast another creature spell, likely also a zombie, and to boot God Eternal Oketra is very hard for our opponents to answer, as when it is killed or exiled we may put it into our library third from the top. If our opponents waste spot removal on delaying Oketra, we will never be too disappointed as she will always come back in a few turns. For any tribe that wants to fill the board with creatures, rather than making one giant creature, Lords and Pub effects are a must run. And if they're attached to the right bodies, they fit nicely into our horde we are trying to build. Lord of the Undead, Undead Warchief, and Death Baron are all zombies that pump up other zombies, except Undead Warchief that also pumps himself. They each also provide extra utility. Death Baron also gives Death Touch, meaning our undead army will take any creature that decides to get in its way down with it. Lord of the Undead can return any zombie from our graveyard to hand to be recast. An Undead Warchief reduces the cost of casting zombies. And while we're discussing cost reduction, Rooftop Storm is a powerful card that reduces the mana cost of casting our zombies to nothing. This is already powerful in a zombie deck. Pick up a copy of Azarak the Archlich, who himself is a zombie that makes tokens and we also have a combo that wins the game if we are stopped from getting our horde through to our opponents. Let's make our zombie horde grow next. Diagraph Colossus enters the battlefield as a 2-2, begins a +1/+1 counter for each zombie in our graveyard, but this creature is similar to a Ketra. Whenever we cast a zombie spell, we make a 2-2 tapped zombie. Dread Summons is a big X spell that will have each player milling X cards from their libraries. Our zombies love being in the graveyards, but the best part of this spell is we get a 2-2 black zombie for each creature that is milled from any library. If we say that the quarter of the average deck is creature spells, then for 6 mana, X equaling just 4 should mill each player for 4 and get us a zombie per player. And it's likely that we will be a more creature heavy deck, so you may get even more from us. And it wouldn't be a zombie horde without endless ranks of the dead. We need some zombies on board to get this started, but once it's rolling on each of our upkeeps, we get to add an amount of 2-2 zombies that is half the size of the current amount of zombies we have. If we have 10 zombies out, this will take us up to 15. If we do nothing and they all survive a turn rotation, next turn this will be 22, and then 33. Lastly, let's think about our zombies dying. It's very hard to keep a good zombie dead for long, and cards like Relentless Dead make it very hard for our opponents to keep the board clear. When Relentless Dead dies, it has 2 triggers. One that lets us pay black and return it to our hand, and another that allows us to pay X and return a zombie from our graveyard to the battlefield with mana value X. This can keep bringing back powerful zombies and keep giving us a zombie to keep casting, returning itself to hand, meaning it can be safe from board wipes and used to rebuild and unearth more of our powerful creatures. And on the subject of reanimation, Rot Hulk is a big expensive zombie, but on entering or return a zombie from our graveyard to the battlefield for each opponent we have, very quickly refilling an empty board. And while Magic has a lot of mass reanimator effects, I think for a zombie deck we need to include a zombie apocalypse. This will take all the zombies from our graveyard and put them straight on the battlefield. This may even kill off a few opponents' creatures if we get lucky. And those are some of the zombie themed cards you may want to pick up before they jump in price with the release of the 2 new Innistrad sets. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos. If you don't want to see the spoiler, I would suggest you leave now, but thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. But if you're still here, Champion of the Perish is a nice throwback to the original Champion of the Parish, and both to a similar theme, but it's the Perish we'll focus on, being a 1/1 zombie for only 1 black mana, but increases in power each time another zombie enters the battlefield. Using some of our zombie engines we have discussed, we can build this guy to be a large zombie that can stand at the front of any horde. And with that, we've come to the end. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.